Gotta put the time in, pimp and make it grind a little bigger.
Do it big.
You can never be a quitter.
Till the end, if it's win, lose, or draw. Go hard.
Make them hating bronze bitter.
Do it for the cause.
Gotta make your mind up, nigga.
Feeling like, off the leash.
Gotta be the pick, gotta let 'em.
Make them sick, pure venom.
You control everything like a dealer.
Do it big, never little. You a real go-getter.
Body to beat global.
KD, how you do that?
They say the real fuck with so lame niggas kick rocks. Bitch, I banged on the block with a fucking 40 Glock. I know niggas in the trap that count rocks in they socks. Bitch, my face guard good, so you lames kick rocks. When a lame nigga talk, tell that nigga kick rocks. If he don't bang on the block, he gon' have to kick rocks. If his paperwork dirty, make that nigga kick rocks. OG niggas fuck with killer, other niggas kick rocks. I was raised in the same crib as an OG. Ain't no capping when I'm rapping, you can check my pedigree. I ran the streets, and these other suckers don't compare to me. They know I'm solid and I'm gon' eat. That's why they creating beef. See, these niggas know the truth. In the booth, I'm a beast. To be a fool in the street, I kept the tool for the creep. I left the street, back to the beats. Now these niggas think I'm weak. Never listen to a lame nigga speak. They say the real fuck with so lame niggas kick rocks. Bitch, I banged on the block with a fucking 40 Glock. I know niggas in the trap that count rocks in they socks. Bitch, my face guard good, so you lames kick rock. When a lame nigga talk, tell that nigga kick rock. If he don't bang on the block, he gon' have to kick rock. If his paperwork dirty, make that nigga kick rock. OG niggas fuck with killer, other niggas kick rock. I'm certified, you can tell it, you can smell it like cologne. I'm connected like Verizon, I keep more bars than cell phones. I stay ducked off in the cave, that's why they don't think I'm on. Niggas think that I be booting, but I'm shooting at your dome. I'm making hits right after hits, bitch, I got so many songs. And I refuse to make another album till my niggas on. So you opinionated niggas, keep your thoughts where they belong. Cause an opinion's like an asshole, we don't need no more. They say the real fuck with so lame niggas kick rocks. Bitch, I banged on the block with a fucking 40 Glock. I know niggas in the trap that count rocks in they socks. Bitch, my face guard good, so you lames kick rock. When a lame nigga talk, tell that nigga kick rock. If he don't bang on the block, he gon' have to kick rock. If his paperwork dirty, make that nigga kick rock. OG niggas fuck with killer, other niggas kick rocks.
Yup. That was killer.
Eat rocks. Yeah, that was killer, man. That wasn't Boss. That was killer right there, man. You know?
Yeah.
Yes, sir, man. What's happening? What's happening? Everybody, welcome to BBP, man. Episode 51. We on the other side of half a century. What's happening, homie?
What's good, man? What's good? We back again. Salute to the people in the building early. I see y'all. That's what's up. That's what's up. Cupcake, Miss T, D-Love, Crucial Kate in the building. What's good? What's good? Yeah,
Let me
we got
wire in.
okay. You get Boss getting hard wired in at the moment.
Gotta make sure I
you know?
get hard wired in. You feel me? Pause. You know.
Yeah, so we got a lot. We got a lot we're gonna touch on in this show. Of course, the ASAP Rocky case. We're gonna touch on the academic situation with some weird shit going on with academics. You know, Drake's little do boy and everything. Definitely got the feel good story. We're gonna chop it up about the D.Woods interview. I think was Gail the interviewer, or I can't remember who was interviewing. Be honest,
Can't even remember.
then we gonna run through some of these Trump executive orders. You know, Trump sat down in that chair and he just had a flurry. His pen didn't stop moving for about 2 or 3 days after he got in that seat. So we're gonna talk about that and Snoop situation and things going on with that Snoop and Trump connection and things. So yeah, man, definitely a full show. We're gonna try to make it. We're gonna try to make it interesting. You know.
Absolutely. But first,
Oh yeah.
but first. I like that action. Okay, we here with it.
We here with it. Here with it.
In the building once again. Hope everybody is enjoying their week. We early on. It's Tuesday, of course, because we here. But yeah, we got some things to talk about, as Jizzle stated. Man, salute to everybody in the chat. If I didn't speak, was happening. Nikki New, Miss T in the building, D Love, Crucial K. I think I hit everybody, man, that spoke. Yeah. So we're gonna jump right into it, man. 'Cause we got a lot.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Let's do it.
So first on the docket, they've been after Snoop, man, and we talked about this. I know I talked about it on the Boss&YJ Blake show, but I didn't think it was such a big deal the way they really doing Snoop. Snoop damn near done lost over 500,000 followers, man, all because of that goddamn performance for Trump.
Yeah.
Hell, Nelly did it, Soulja Boy did it, but Snoop is getting it the worst, and I get why. Let's take a listen real quick before we start chopping it up to D.L. Hewley. D.L. has some things to say, man. Y'all check this out.
That was Donnell Jones. You know what's up. So, of course, Snoop has responded to the backlash he received for performing for a Trump event. One of the things he pointed out was that we always stick together. We're good at tearing each other apart, which is pretty constant. It's pretty consistent when somebody gets into trouble. It takes backlash from the community. It's always a communal thing. It isn't any action they took. It is the fact that we can't stay together, that we can't stick together, that it's us always attacking us. But that flies in the face of the reality of what's happening right now. It is not us who are tearing down affirmative action. It is not us who is tearing down DEI. It is not us who are tearing families apart. It is not us who have decided that affirmative action and rollbacks that have been that had precedent for 50, 60 years are gone. It is not us that is doing that. It is the man you decided to perform for. It is not us who ridiculed you. It was Elon Musk who showed your clip from 2017 and another from 2025 and said the vibe shift is real. It wasn't us that did that. It is. I think most people are disappointed because they saw you a specific way, and you have a right to kind of interpret and do whatever artistically you want to. No one's begrudging you that. But why the attack on the community? Because they disagree with something you did. You performed for a guy they knew would do what he's doing. But it's us that have the problem. It's us that are wrong. It is us that can't stick together. 92% of black women voted against this man. 86% of black men voted for him. Almost 90% of black people in general voted against him. We stuck together. We decided that this was a man who was bad for our community. We stuck together. We didn't try to tear each other apart. We tried to protect each other. And the very man who knew would do the very things he's doing, you decided to entertain. It isn't anger or hate. It is honestly people being disappointed. But why is the most common refrain whenever somebody gets to a situation like that, you tell us we can't stick together? We've shown you we have. We've shown you we did. We voted in more specific numbers than any other demographic in the nation. We did stick together. And if you're so angry about the backlash you're getting, you need to talk to the 2017 version of you. The 2017 that was said that you would ride out anybody that performed for him. Anybody. And you use very colorful language. So it isn't us that you have a problem with. It is you. The 2025 version of you is at odds with the 2017 version of you. So it ain't the us that got to get it together. It's you. You need to have a conversation with the man in the mirror. What is so different about the 2017 Snoop and the 2025 Snoop? It ain't us. We ain't in it. This is an inner turmoil. You don't need to look at the community. Look in the mirror.
Ah, that boy put it on thick, didn't he? Man, hey.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
And he spoke some facts, man. And see, I didn't know when we initially spoke about this, I didn't know about that tweet they talking about what he said. And that just makes this look so much different to me. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
He actually did a little video. I don't know if he was live or whatever, but it was him actually talking. He did use some colorful words. He was talking shit, talking mad shit. Want to see which one of you such and such is going to be the first one to perform for Trump. And being the one to perform for Trump. Now, one thing I want to point out that D.L. Hughley said when he was talking about we're sticking together.
Right.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't he say 80% of black men voted for Trump?
Something like that, yeah.
How the fuck is that we sticking together then?
No, he said 80% voted against.
I thought he said voted for. Okay. That's
he
what
said
I
90 something, which that stat is a stat that I had whenever this whole thing was going on. Yeah, 90% of black women voted against Trump. And I was thinking that the black men was more like 70 something, mid 70, but he said 80 something, I think.
Okay, then I can leave that thought alone. I thought he said voted for. I was like, huh? How the fuck is that? You know,
right. But to that point though, when Snoop says, you know, black people can't stick together, okay, you saying black people can't stick together, but if you lost 500,000 IG followers, somebody's sticking together. Now, we can't say them was all black people who unfollowed, but somebody's sticking on code. If you lost 500,000 IG followers over this decision, somebody's sticking together. You know.
Let's keep it a buck, Jizzle. How we know, fellas, we know people personally that'll Trump ain't racist. Name one racist thing he said or did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all, there are people that look like me and you that have voted for this man. And the percentage might be on the other side of that 86%, but still, just because Snoop Dogg is a celebrity and he stuck his fucking foot in his mouth, you know, they gonna chop his ass down to size, bro. And Snoop Dogg's a tall motherfucker. Why we can't look at it as, I guess, because he stuck his fucking foot in him. I can't help you, Snoop. I'm sorry. I can't fucking help you, Snoop.
Yeah, and I feel you though, because when we first approached this topic, we kind of had a different, you know, we were thinking a little different. Snoop, but when you think about it, you think Ice Cube. Ice Cube wouldn't have been invited, period, just because he done said so much shit when it come to socio-political topics and, you know, black first and all that shit. They probably wouldn't have invited him anyway, but do you think Ice Cube would have did this?
No.
Like, if they would, yeah, like...
Hold on. The last time he was in the White House, didn't he take a picture with Lil Wayne?
Who, Trump?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty fucking
He probably
sure.
did, but didn't Trump, didn't he, like, pardon some shit?
I don't give a shit.
Oh well,
I mean,
that's all I'm saying is that's probably why. But yeah, Wayne didn't get no back. Well, he kind of little. I think Wayne did get a little backlash if I do remember
not
getting
like
that.
Snoop Dogg.
Not like this though. He didn't lose 500,000 IG follow.
And
So
they
I get
talking
what you said.
and they talking
Go
shit
ahead.
to Boosie because Boosie asking for his case to be pardoned. And like, why you asking? What the fuck you mean? Why am I asking? Because I want my shit to be pardoned. Because those charges got dropped and they got brought back. So now he got to face
Yeah.
those charges. So he got online and said, "Hey man, Trump, man, drop my shit for me, man. Pardon my
Right.
shit." Now people talking shit to him.
Right. Kodak Black said, "I don't give a damn what they said. God damn it, I don't give a damn." Shit.
What
But
they talking about? Yeah, man.
Chrisette, who was that? She said
Michelle,
Chrisette. Oh, what's good? 40 to splatter in the building. What's good? Salute, salute. Welcome in, welcome in.
yeah, man. Salute, man.
Uh,
Appreciate you for coming through.
Chrisette Michelle ruined her career by performing at the first inaugural events, Cupcake said. And I remember that name. It's ringing a bell, but the bell ain't hitting the other side of the
She a
bell for
singer.
me.
She a singer.
I know she a singer, but I'm trying to think of what she sung. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right, Miss T. Kanye, that's his buddy, but you know, we done heard in the last live we did that Kanye felt like he lost the black crowd anyway. He said black people don't fuck
Right.
with him. But so I guess he got canceled somewhat if you think about it. But you know, he still got fans.
Yeah.
But I think it's too much. I don't think Snoop Dogg voted for Trump, and I could be wrong. I don't know what his political views are, but we go back to 2017. He ain't like Trump back then. Here we go in 2025. He's performing at a Trump event.
Yeah.
So let's do this, YJ. In the chat, if you was in Snoop Dogg position, or no, fuck that. If you was in your position right now, he offered you $1 million to perform, would you do it? Put a 1 in the chat if you would, 2 in the chat if you wouldn't. I gotta know. I gotta know.
Well, just for fun's sake, make it just a cool $250,000.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Well, nah, even make it 100,000. I keep going down and shit.
He going
Yeah,
down further and further. Okay,
I mean,
whatever. 100,000, 250,000, or $1 million. I don't give a damn. Would you do it? And
you
if
gonna
you
say
would
hell
do it,
nah.
tell me the price. Tell me the price it's gonna take you.
Tell me what price.
I gotta hear this shit. D-Love say
Oh,
nope. Don't be scared to goddamn respond either. Miss She say Snoop remembers what he said back then. He changed his mind.
maybe he had a
Go ahead.
maybe he had an epiphany of some sort where he feel like, you know what, fuck the bullshit. I'm about to get this money. The album. We put out a great project. Nobody talk. I don't know.
Hey, Snoop Dogg is a businessman. He bought his money, and Snoop Dogg was one of the most beloved hip hop stars of all time. Snoop Dogg name been ringing bells since the fucking 90s until now.
Yeah.
And it ain't always about music. Shit, he was at the fucking Olympics, and they were talking
Right.
about Snoop Dogg and shit. So it's just amazing to me how quick motherfuckers will turn on you, bro, over your political. And I don't even think he really give a fuck about Trump. That man went there for the bag, man.
So, and I'm trying to think. I know murder was the case when it comes to Snoop, but he didn't. So he doesn't, because felons can't vote anyways. But I don't think he has a
That
record
got
coming out.
dropped. That got
Yeah,
dropped.
yeah. Okay. So I
Early
don't know.
last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was gonna be a part of my industry part 5. So I had to do some research on what happened that year. But
Oh, okay.
Miss T say she would. Miss T say nigga throw the bag at me, nigga. Throw the bag at
Yeah.
me.
And it goes back to everybody's scale is different when it comes to what's this is, what's that? Is this selling out? Is that selling out? Crucial K say, I would have went for the bag too. Meg and Glow went to Kamala's. Yeah, and
But that was
I don't know.
acceptable
That's
though. They ain't getting no lashback for that. It was expected, just like Beyonce was there. Her and Kelly was there. You know what I'm saying? But guess who
yeah.
turned it down? Guess who did turn down Trump? 50.
Oh, 50. Well, hey, maybe if Snoop was in 50's position, you know, when it comes to all these production studios, power, if he was in that position, he may have acted differently. Maybe, you know, I can't tend to think that Snoop is out here hurting, but I know he ain't hurting. But
yeah, Snoop got bread, man. Snoop got long money.
yeah,
And we know 50 got that big bread, but I don't know. D-Love, she said, I can't be purchased. My morals, my standards, on principle. Hey, salute D-Love, and I respect that.
and Cupcake say the same thing basically. Say that money that money today might be cut. You know, can fuck some shit up in the future. You know, some deals in the future may be cut off by that shit. So,
I mean, but if you are the same person you are right now, living the standard that you living at right now, you ain't rich like Snoop, and you finna get some money that can change your life. Salute to y'all. Salute to y'all. I respect it. I respect it.
yeah.
Which say if it's life, man, none of this shit will be remembered. And you know what, Crucial? You're right. And I definitely feel like 3-4 months down the line, they gonna forget Snoop did this shit, man. That's just how shit is, man. Like we done talk shit and bash this man, and now some of the same people gonna be bumping that doggy style or bumping that missionary. Like, yo, man, Snoop snapped on this shit, man. They gonna hit that follow button again.
Right. Yeah. That's how it go. That's how it go. Yeah. But shit, we gonna keep it pushing, keep it on rolling through the show, whatnot. And that actually goes right into the what we're gonna talk about next with these executive orders. You know, it's a lot of talk about executive orders, what he's doing, and to me, let me close this camera down because that thing be pulling. Close all this random shit. To me, when it comes to this Trump situation now, it's a lot of executive orders. We're not gonna go through all of them. We're just gonna go through a few, and it's not all bad on the surface. So I guess to start, let me just give the clean, swift definition of what an executive order is. An executive order is a directive from the President of the United States that manages the federal government. Executive orders have the force of law and are used to direct the executive branch. Who can overturn an executive order? The president can revoke an executive order at any time. A new president can issue or order the cancel of a previous president's order. Congress can block an order from being fulfilled by removing funding. The court can overturn an executive order if it lacks support by statute or the Constitution. A federal judge on Thursday temporarily blocked President Trump's executive order to end automatic citizenship for babies born on American soil, dealing the president his first setback as he attempts to append the nation's immigration laws and reverse decades of precedent. So just because he signs it, I wanted to start here because just because he signs some shit and says he wants this or that doesn't mean it's going to happen. An executive order can also come in the form of requesting information from the states, requesting information from California about this water situation that we talked about with them running out of water. Mm-hmm. He wants all the information because there's things that Biden did on that coast of California that, like I think one was there was something about retrieving the water from snow. When snow melts, the water and where it goes and how they can use that water, and they were trying to save fish, so they declined that shit or some shit, and he's trying to put that back in order and said, we're putting people's lives over fish at this point, and this is what we need to do. I'm in agreement with that. I'm not the environmentalist, so maybe that may sound harsh that oh no, we got to save the fish. I'm like, no, we got to save the people first. So if that's some environmental shit that's going, help the people instead of the fish, I'm going to take the people, but that's it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I said all that to say it's not all bad, but there is some bad, and we're going to get to that. I guess, what's your thoughts so far?
I mean, on what you just said, I mean, that should have been one of the first things he worked on, because those people are in dire need over there in California, and whatever it takes, whatever he can do, whether it's creating an executive order to help those people, I'm with it. I don't give a shit about no goddamn fish. I don't even eat fish. You know what I'm saying? So
hold up. You don't eat fish?
Nah, bro.
You eat seafood? Like,
Yeah.
don't you be eating all that shit through the
Crabs, shrimp. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So shellfish, you not. Well, I guess
Yeah.
a shell isn't a fish. So all right, that just threw me off. So my bad.
Nah, you good. You good. A lot of people say I'm weird. I could be, but that's just one. That's just one. So continue, because it's a lot more than
right. Oh yeah. So there was an instance of in a hearing held 3 days after Trump's issued the executive. Oh, that's never mind. All right, so Trump granted clemency to Terrence Sutton, in which this is granting clemency, which is kind of like an executive order, basically is. If y'all don't remember Terrence Sutton, I remember the name, but I didn't remember the actual case, so I had to go look it up. But Terrence Sutton, in connection with an unauthorized he was a police officer, in connection with the unauthorized police pursuit that ended in a collision on October 23rd, 2020, caused the death of Karan Brown, age 20, in Northwest Washington, D.C. And Trump basically said, yeah, this officer, and there was another officer that he granted clemency as well for this. And it's basically like the kid was riding a moped without a helmet on the sidewalk, and the police basically chased him on the moped, and that was illegal in itself. So it was a legal pursuit, and then the kid, I guess, ran a stop sign or something and got hit by a car, and they basically jailed Terrence Sutton. I think it was 3 charges running concurrent, and they were all ranging from 20 to 40 something months, and he granted them clemency. So that was one that he did do, which the charge, I think, was 2nd-degree murder in that case. I don't know how you feel about that.
That case, and it was another one I just seen recently on IG. I can't remember it, but it was another person he granted clemency for, and he went and got right back in trouble again. And I think it was something like, I want to say it was like he murdered somebody. Something happened where if his ass would stay where the fuck he was at, somebody would have still had their life. And we heard Trump say this is what he was going to do. And I haven't heard, and I pray to God it doesn't happen, but I haven't heard not one of those other guys that murdered, what's the guy name who was calling for, not George Floyd, but the other guy who was running from those black guys, and they jumped on him and they killed him. God, I can't think of his name. I ain't heard none of them get out yet. But that's not here or there because y'all shouldn't expect that to happen in the first place. Because Trump is who he is, regardless if you disagree or not. We know,
right?
But I don't agree with that shit. Pardon all these people for the things that they've done, especially if they were in fault of someone losing their life. That's not cool, bro. I don't agree with that
Right.
shit.
And the Trump, his political identity is more like, we can't, these are officers of the law. He's basically, he's on the side of blue no matter what. He feels they shouldn't be able to even be able to be tried in these cases. Like, that's his ideology when it comes to that. In which it's tough because these officers be out here doing some crazy shit, as we see. What's good? Yaya's kids in the building. What's good? Cuz over the building.
What's happening?
But yeah, so that was another thing that I seen that kind of stood out. Now this next order, I can understand it. It says designating cartels and other organizations as foreign terrorist organizations. This one, to designate a cartel, like let's say the Sinaloa cartel right now. The government defines them as a cartel based out of Mexico who ships drugs into the U.S., who deals in trafficking fentanyl north and all of that. So he's trying to, I guess, label them as foreign terrorist organizations, I guess, to ramp up the heat and on these. And actually it's, organizations, and China was even mentioned in this one, in which we know China does play a somewhat of a part when it comes to this fentanyl. So this one, I'm not that opposed to. The only thing I would say is the part where it says other organizations as foreign terrorist organizations. I would hope they wouldn't try to lump in, organizations that don't mean no harm towards America type of thing. So that one, I really can't see too much bad in it, even when I kind of skimmed over it, the wordage and the verbiage of it. Another one I've seen, the one of the major ones is the DEI shit, ending illegal discrimination and restoring merit-based opportunity. Now, this is the verbiage, and I really focus, when it comes to these executive orders, I really like to focus on the verbiage of how it's spoken. So, the title of this executive order is Ending Illegal Discrimination and Restoring Merit-Based Opportunity. Now, on the surface, it may sound like a great thing. Yes, we need people who are getting jobs by their merit alone. But in 1965, when the Civil Rights Act and all of that, that was put in this basically goes against that. And in this order, he's basically calling what they did in 1965 with the Civil Rights Act, he's calling that illegal discrimination that the nation has been taking part in since 1965. And he's trying to end that and make it all based off merit. So my thing about that is, it was put into place for a fucking reason now, wasn't it? It was put into place for a reason, man. Like, if there wasn't inequality on a high scale, they wouldn't have had to put that into act in 1965.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I want to read this comment real quick.
Go ahead.
Brother's goddamn call. I'm trying to get him off my phone. Let me go back to the comments. Nigga New said, I've been watching profiles of the most severe extremists of January 6th. The treason is he pardoned.
Yeah.
That right there, I agree with what she said. There are some of the most dangerous Americans alive. Wasn't he in the seat when that shit happened?
2021.
What's mistaken.
This? That was right whenever he was leaving, I think. After he left, or just as soon as Biden got in. I can't remember if y'all could help us out in the chat, but I do think it was in the transition period afterwards, though.
And I think the reason, of course, he's going to pardon him was because I think he wanted that shit to happen, bro.
Right.
And I think Trump is one of those presidents that he's going to use his power to benefit him more than anybody else. And that's one thing a lot of Americans don't understand. He don't really care about you. He don't. If you're not in the upper echelon, in the American citizens, of course, the rich, Trump don't give a fuck about you. He's going to do what he can do that makes him happy. And I don't understand why people don't see that. But I'm going to leave that where it's at, man. I wanted to play this real quick, too. Go ahead. My fault. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Well, I just got a couple more. We can go and get in there if you want.
Go ahead.
Two more. Okay.
Go ahead.
Last two is quick, and I don't really have much on them. One in order was unleashing Alaska's extraordinary resource potential, in which that to me just sounds like sending a bunch of trucks up into this untapped land, sending a bunch of equipment, bunch of machinery, bunch of engineers up into Alaska to get oil out the ground or get some kind of whatever. I don't know if they got lithium. I don't know what's up there. Researchers, that just sound like some shit like that, in which it's not going to be good for the environment, of course, but like back to what Nikki New said, Trump don't give a fuck about the environment. The last one, and I spoke on this, and actually I already spoke on this, but putting people over fish, and that's what was in the order. Like, that's the title of the order, is putting people over fish. Then it says stopping radical environmentalism to provide water to Southern California. And I already touched on that, but I kind of wanted to just give a balance of things when it comes to things that were good, things that were not. And, of course, there's plenty more, but we're not going to spend the whole show on this. But what you got, boss?
He did a lot. And then there's something else he did. I don't even know if you would call this an executive order or not. But, of course, he put a pause on government, should I say federal, funding as far as like loans and grants. This was not supposed to include like food stamps, like federal assistance, Social Security, things like that. Because I seen it all over goddamn social media, which a lot of people don't fucking read anyway. They're like, oh, they gonna take y'all food stamps. No, look at what it said. Read. Yeah. Reading is fundamental, goddammit.
Yeah. People don't do that.
They don't. They just go with what they think and they start spreading lies. But something happened. I want to say this is Chicago. You'll find out that it actually, he went against what it said. Y'all check this out.
Despite what the White House press secretary said at the podium earlier, I believe it is my duty to report to you the truth of what actually happened today in Illinois. Donald Trump's administration is lying to you. The White House's attempt to walk back what they did today does not match what we saw on the ground. They assured us that Medicaid would not be affected. That was a lie. Our state agencies were unable to access the Medicaid system until an hour ago, preventing payments for services. And this has been reported from states across the nation. When we reached out to federal agencies, they informed us that they have been directed not to discuss any guidance with states. They have canceled previously scheduled meetings for this week. The White House assured us that Head Start would not be affected. That was a lie. Providers across the state experienced outages, and some were unable to make their payroll. They assured us that they were doing nothing to take away individual assistance from the most vulnerable people in our state. But they refused to say that they would restore LIHEAP, the Low-Income Housing Energy Assistance Program, payments to support the unemployment system, and Meals on Wheels. These are programs that hundreds of thousands of Illinoisans depend on. Children, seniors, veterans, working parents. Let's just be clear about what happened over the last 24 hours. At 7:42 p.m. last night, we saw a memo from the White House saying that they were pausing federal funding across the board. This morning, along with all 50 states across the country, we discovered that our ability to access critical federal funding had been cut off. And now the administration would like us to believe that these were just coincidental website outages. Donald Trump and his administration have not earned the benefit of the doubt. They are either lying to us or they are critically incompetent.
Uh-oh.
Which side are y'all leaning on? He lied, or the motherfuckers just a little on the slow side? Because if you make a promise and you are the head of the state of the United States of America, you shouldn't make no fucking mistake like that. And don't blame it on no glitch. Don't blame it on none of that shit. Because we ain't buying it. I know I ain't buying it. What you think, Jizzle?
Yeah. I don't trust none of their ass. So if it was Obama who did the shit, I'd still say the same thing. I don't trust this motherfucker. But I'm not going.
No, I'm not either. Because I don't understand. I don't know if they're doing this to get money for something else, and I'm assuming that's why they're putting a pause on these funds. But one thing you gotta be for the American people, and you shouldn't be doing things like that. When we talking about kids, the elderly, the fucking teachers and Head Start. Come on, man. People gotta live. Don't try to fix the problem and create another fucking problem. Cheeto. That's stupid. It don't work that way. You are in charge of, some would say, the greatest country in the world. Come on, bro. Tighten up. You coming in here fucking up already, bro. I don't like that. I don't like that shit.
And of course, y'all know we don't chop up politics all that much, but we did, he just got in the seat, so we like, hey, let's go ahead and touch on it. But yeah, the whole withholding funds, also with the withholding funds, he's actually talking to California about withholding funds from them if they don't put in a plan to improve. Like if he doesn't see them putting in a plan to do better if something happens, he's planning on withholding federal funds from them if they don't get that water situation situated. So
in Michigan?
No. I just went to California real quick with the wildfire situation.
Yeah, Nikki News said this is happening in Michigan. He removed caseworkers in DHHS, the first presidency. This threw everything into chaos. Man. She said, I'm sure oil companies are gonna track Alaska like Oklahoma. They too can have 2,000 plus earthquakes a year and not allow insurance coverage for earthquake damage.
Yeah, we shall see.
Yeah,
we shall see. But we gonna definitely keep it pushing. No salute to the folks in the building. Definitely hit that like button one time. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to this situation. This little story that I found yesterday, and wild situation. It's a lot to talk about. We gonna try not to have it go on too long, but y'all know what that means when we say that up here on BBP. Things go how they go. Things flow.
And we definitely want your input because I know I got something to say, but I'm gonna try to keep it short because I got a lot to say about this shit.
All right, let's get into it.
Good evening to you, friends. Greg and Liz here with you. We're going to start with the WAFB I-Team exclusive. We know that sometimes emotions can get the best of us, but this is going way too far.
Yeah, 2 adults are in jail tonight after police say a parent punched a school principal this week in Plaquemine. It was all captured on school surveillance cameras as our chief investigator, Chris Nakamoto, obtained the video of that assault. You see it here. He joins us now with details on what led to this skirmish. Good evening, Chris.
Well, good evening, Liz and Greg. We're told the principal made a comment to the parent about the woman's children after they kept walking onto the basketball court during a game. Police say the mom was not having it. What happened next sent the principal to the hospital with a busted lip and a head injury. If pictures are worth 1,000 words, then what surveillance video records is invaluable. Tonight, this video of a principal getting slapped to the ground is turning heads in the city of Plaquemine. On Monday, the principal at Iberville Elementary was watching a basketball game when police say she noticed young children walking onto the court while the game was being played. You can see the principal getting up so the little kids didn't get hurt. At least 2 times she pulls the kids back while the game is in play. At some point, Plaquemine Police Chief Stephen Angolio says words were exchanged, and the mom was having none of it.
The principal sitting in a chair, the lady's walking by with 3 kids in tow and one of her friends, and the principal asked her, you know, they keep your kids off the basketball court, disrupts the whole game. She obviously took offense with that, and you see her move in on the teacher puts her hand up to kind of keep her off, and she just punched her, knocked her out of the chair.
Surveillance footage in the school's gym obtained by the WAFBI team shows the parent hit the principal. She's knocked to the ground.
This wasn't excitement from the competition, you made a bad call on my child or anything. This is a woman that was there with kids that was disrupting everything. I don't even think she had a child in the game at all. And she wasn't watching her kids, and when somebody told her you need to, she didn't like it.
An Iberville deputy on scene quickly tried to break it up. Tonight, Alicia Parker, the mom seen hitting the principal, is facing felony charges: battery on a school teacher, resisting officers, and disturbing the peace. Another woman who also got involved is also facing charges. Jamisha Godshaw charged with assault on a school teacher, disturbing the peace, battery of a school teacher, and threatening a public official.
Her cohort was kind of egging it on and made some threats and was cussing people out too.
After the principal was knocked to the ground, you can see she grabs a napkin to wipe her face. Police say she had a busted lip and a head injury.
She was taken to the hospital. CAT scans and stuff like that had to be done, and she's okay now. But it was a pretty brutal attack.
With Parker and Godshaw now facing felony charges over the melee, law enforcement in Iberville Parish says this behavior won't be tolerated, especially at a child's basketball game.
You get in a fight at a public event, you're going to jail. Nobody wants to come out and go to 4th of July's and Mardi Gras parades and ball games and see that. And I don't blame them. You know, before it was like escort them out, write them a summons or whatever. You get in a fight, start any kind of fistic ruckus at a public event in Plaquemine, you're going to jail.
What did he say?
Parker is being held on a
fist of cruckers? What the?
I don't know what the fuck that means at all, bro.
Any kind of fist of cruckers? What? Yeah. So first off, hold on. Let me keep this. I want to keep this.
Oh, okay.
First off, how from the initial onset of this, we see. Let me turn the thing off. The principal went over and she grabbed the kid and dropped the kid off outside of the court. Do you think the way she did it right here in the circle, the way she did it, do you think that was harmful? I want to go through this a little. They playing right behind them. She just picked him up, put him right there. Is there anything wrong with that initial, because that's where it starts from?
Well, no. Of course, I don't see anything wrong with it, but we are talking about a mother. The question that should be asked at this point is, where is she? You don't see your goddamn kids? I mean, one of those kids is small enough, they should not be that far away from the parent.
Yeah.
And I like to go to the extreme. if that was a roadway, somebody snatched their kids up from being hit, it wouldn't be a problem, would it? No, wouldn't.
Not at all.
You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I see.
I know these are kids playing basketball and it's totally different from a car, but they still can get hurt really bad if there was a 255-pound center running to go save a ball like Shaq and laying right on top of your goddamn kid.
Right.
A kid that small, it's gonna really, really cause damage.
Even if it's just a kid, because when kids play basketball, they don't have the awareness of a adult player. They see that loose ball go off and they want to go get that loose ball and that thing go over there. Yeah, they going full steam for that ball and So even though it's kids still, and the kids probably they look like they 9, 10 years old. So
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's my initial thought.
Okay, so from there we got that, and then we got the guy, the eyewitness. From I guess as a parent, someone touching your child, like my thing, I'm trying to get to why. How the fuck can you be that mad? Type of thing. How the fuck can you be that mad at this principal for doing that shit?
So that brings this question: did she get mad because she saw the principal grab her kids and pull them out the way? Or did she get mad because the principal said something when she was walking by her and she came to her and said, hey, we try to keep your kids off the court? Because that's the only thing I'm a little confused about is which part was she upset about? Them actually touching the kid or her saying something to her about her kids?
And it's probably the latter, I would say, because no parent wants to feel like they not doing their job. People get defensive. People get very defensive. And actually, I seen this firsthand. At my job one time when it's a kid playing on a bike. It's like an exercise bike. A little kid playing on it. Somebody who works there, she did what she's supposed to. Like, is anybody, the kid could get hurt on this bike. Whose child is this? She asked everybody around, wasn't no one there. So she went to pull him off, and the parent was actually mad at her, like getting defensive. After about 5 minutes of her trying to find a parent, he comes back defensive, like, because I guess another person, she couldn't physically get the kid off because the kid started flailing and stuff, and another person who was like another client came by and he offered to help, and he did. He got the kid off of the bike, as best he could. And then when that triggered the parent, that this other parent got the kid off the bike. So it's like, I think the defense, it's like you go into defense mode and you can't really see the situation for what it is just because it's viewed that you're not being a good parent type of thing,
Yeah, and let's look at it like this. I always take things to the left sometimes, but what if she didn't even see the damn principal pull her kids off the court? And what if that was somebody pulling her kids off the court into a fucking van? You feel what I'm saying? And she will never see her fucking kids anymore, But you're right. They don't see things because of the anger inside. And no one, I'm gonna say no one, but a lot of people don't like taking accountability where they made a mistake. No one wants another person to say, hey, you need to do this, especially when it comes to your parenting skills. That is a slap in the face, but the truth is the fucking truth.
Yeah. Yeah, I get some of these comments. Say I have D-Love say it's a new generation. And that's true. That's true. Cupcake said, I have many K through 12 educator friends. Parental craziness is very real, in which I definitely have seen it. They have no respect for their children's caretaker, and that's what school staff are. Yeah, that's what they are at that point in time. So it's not like you in a grocery store in the line and the kid frolicking over there and someone goes to grab your child just because you turned your head for a split second. It's a big deal because in situations like that, like, yeah, don't touch my kids, man. I understand. I understand they acting out. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get them together, but don't come touching my kids. So I can understand that, but this is not that. That's a principle of. That's not even a teacher. That's a principle of school. So yes, they definitely have. I feel like the right to correct things in their school when things there's some safety issues going on. So I don't fault the principal at all for what she did.
Not at all, because if you see this type of stuff happening in public, just imagine what happens at home.
You're right.
Yeah, Miss T said we're teaching the kids to handle issues with violence. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
That kid, she hold another baby right here and she throwing a fist with the like. We can
Sad,
talk
man.
about kids' brains not being developed and things, but it's certain things kids I think can catch on to, and if they see in patterns while they're young, patterns like you said, if this is in public, imagine behind them closed doors.
Yeah, I didn't like what I saw, and I'm pretty sure, and this is an assumption. I don't think that principal came to her, and because I see Ms. T said the latter part, which is the second thing I said, was what she said to her. We don't know how she addressed it with the mother. I don't think she's she knows she's in a professional setting. She got to remain professional at all times.
Right.
So I don't think she would come and like, get your goddamn kids off the fucking court. I don't think she would have did no shit. You know what I'm saying?
And I think the witness, he co-signed that with how he's told the story very fluently because he was an eyewitness in which when he was like the principal told her like, hey, this is your. He didn't say the principal came running over and got in the lady's face. Like, you know, from what the eyewitness said, I would think that the principal did in a professional manner. You know,
right.
So
and she was just embarrassed because somebody had to tell her, hey, man, watch your goddamn kids. I know she ain't said it like that, but that's what she heard. That's what she heard.
Right. That's
watch
what
your
she
goddamn
heard.
kids.
Right.
So,
they did what was right, I believe. A little ticket or something. Yeah, you could have did it, but look, shit like that, you can't do it. So, yeah, we got to punish that.
And damn right, they should. They should deal with whatever punishment they're gonna give them. She rather deal with somebody telling her, "Hey, watch your kids. They about to get run over by these kids playing basketball." Than somebody saying, "Hey, I just seen somebody take your goddamn kids out the door."
All right, she rather that. Right, I feel you on that.
Yeah, that's a different story. And that's the type of world we living in right now. And your kids should be right there with you. You should have an eye on your kids at all times. There's too many people in that damn gym that you don't know who's a fucking child molester or, all that type of shit, man. Come on, bro. Tighten up. Tighten up.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah. Especially a kid that damn small.
Yeah.
But we're going to keep it rolling. I think we got Feel Good coming up next.
Yeah. So, we're going to go ahead and jump into it. Feel Good story of the night. This actually is a good segue into the Feel Good story. Because we're speaking of parenting, but we're also speaking of the new generation, the younger generation, who's obviously, by that last clip, ain't being parented correctly. We talk about Generation X and the youth all the time, whether it's here, talking wild or wherever. We talk about this all the time because it is a problem in our communities. The youth, in their mind frame, the way they see life, they're very reckless. And I don't know what a disconnect is. That's one thing I'm still trying to figure out. But one thing I will say, just like when we talked about Gilly the Kid and Wallow talking to Kodak Black, they tried. They tried. They see a young black man going in the wrong direction. They tried. So anytime I see anything like that, I got to give a double. I got to. Because we talk about these kids, but what we're not talking about is why nobody's helping. And this dude right here, y'all done seen him all over the young thug trial. And we know the type of history he has, the past he has, and the trouble he's been through.
I do not recall.
I do not recall.
What is your name, sir? I do not recall.
I don't recall. I got a third grade reading. Not my third grade reading. I can't see that. But Lil Woody is who we're speaking of, just in case you didn't know. I caught this clip today, and it touched me because regardless of the outcome of it, he tried. Let's take a look at this clip. Lil Woody, he's talking and trying to, I guess, breathe a poor life into this young 19-year-old kid, man. Y'all check it out.
You want to be called Gen 5 and embrace BS? Why you put crosses in your face?
The E-cross stand for something. The E-cross, it's a meaning behind the E-cross.
What it is, on murder you can't speak on?
Yeah, no.
You still cursing?
No, that ain't what it mean.
So why you can't say what it mean then?
I can.
What it mean?
It mean like it's like somebody try to call me out. You can't call me out.
Make eye contact when you talk. That's how man.
Like when somebody trying to call me out, you can't call me out. I'm gonna cross you back out.
So you think it's okay to hurt somebody?
Oh, it ain't okay to hurt me.
It ain't. And guess what? I was that person one time. I was in your shoes. I get real mad. I'm gonna get on my knees and ask God for strength. Ask God for direction. And I'm gonna have patience. Because in a split second, at any moment, that wrong decision that you made because you were mad can cost you your whole entire life. Your whole entire life. You how old?
19.
We're not gonna speak on your charges. How many years you facing with them charges that you have?
Life? The rest of my life?
The rest of your life. Do you know what life is about? Do you understand life?
I ain't gonna count. I'm lost right now. I'm still trying to find myself. I don't even know the purpose of life.
We fail to realize why we on this earth. What is our mission as we here?
I don't even know.
Stop cursing. That life you trying to use, trying to take, that path you heading down, God pulled me out of it. Because I got down on my knees. Get on your knees. Get on your knees. Close your eyes. Father God, we come to you this day, Father God. We just want to say we love you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
That was another clip that I seen him on another clip talking to somebody. It was in the street, though. That was a different clip than the one I thought you was going to play, but.
Well, that's actually even better. The fact that you said there's another one out there with another kid.
Yes, same. Last week I seen it on my timeline. He was out in the street talking to somebody.
Yeah, and regardless if he is a great speaker, regardless if he knows how to pray, he knows God because he had the crowd to him. And God gave him a second chance at freedom, at life. And whenever you are given that second chance, you gotta pay it forward, man. You have to, especially if you're a well-known person like Lil Woody is. He's known for the wrong things, but you have to be grateful. And I think it's your job, especially if you're one of these people who possibly have taken someone else's life, is to save a life. I'm not saying he killed anybody. I'm not speaking on that. I don't know about that. My eyes closed. But what I will say is he's trying. And that's more than what a lot of these OGs in these cities and these neighborhoods are doing. I definitely want to see Young Thug do the same thing, because he got a second chance at freedom, a second chance at life.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you soft to change your life for the better. Shit, I did. I think if I would have kept going down that road, y'all would have never met me. Y'all would have never met. You might would have heard a story about me, somebody killing me, or me killing somebody. Nah. You know what I'm saying? My children didn't ask to be here. It'd be selfish of me to give my time and love to the streets instead of my goddamn kids. And I think that's one thing that a lot of these street niggas who have kids, they don't see and they don't understand, or they don't even really care. So I gotta give, again, double. What your thoughts is, Jizzle?
No, I think it's dope. That's dope. You know, it's good to see, especially coming from, you know, it's almost like the pastor of a church who has a past, you know, and his past ain't squeaky clean. You know, the autobiographical of Malcolm X. You know, some people go into prison, they read this book, it changed their life. It's because you can relate to the person who's giving the message. So I respect it all the way. You know, I ain't got nothing bad to say about it. You know.
Yeah, most definitely. So yeah, man, for all the G's, for all the cats that have been in these streets, if this message ever catch your ear, you got a duty, you got a responsibility, because you still on the streets. And especially if you change your life and hey, you might be married, living a family life. That's one thing my brother did. He spoke life into the young cats that he was around. He told them the stories of the crazy shit he did. And he always told me, he said, bro, I got to pay for that, man. I have to pay for that. And it's real. It's karma. You got to pay for it. So why not go ahead and put some positive energy in the world for all the negative bullshit that you've done? Pay it back. Pay it forward, man. Real shit, man. Salute, man. Salute to Lil Woody, man.
Yeah.
That was the feel good story of the night.
Yeah. So,
Yo.
what's good, Miss Young in the building?
What up, Miss Young? So we gonna keep the show rolling. Matter of fact, let me just check through these comments real quick. I don't want to leave none of these comments out. All right, okay, really ain't too many. Let's see here. I love that repentance is beyond powerful. It can save your life and help you begin to restore your life. Absolutely. Absolutely. People got to understand, I don't care what your thoughts on religion is, there's a higher power. Whatever you believe that is, just know it is one. And he sits high, he looks low. Believe it. I'll leave that there.
Yeah. But yeah, we gonna keep it moving. What we got next? Oh, yeah. We gotta talk about Act. We gotta talk about Act, man. Act. What are you doing, man? What are you doing out here, DJ Academics?
Acting
what you
up.
out here doing? Acting up, acting the fool, acting the donkey. Donkey of the day. Probably. I don't know. I don't know if he is or not, but
he should be. And you know what? DJ, I just want to say this before you continue. When I was actually, typing in his the segment that we was gonna call this, he was already in here, and I was deleting it, and it started with academic accused, but he was accusing LeBron of cheating. But now it says academics accused of. Do you see how quick karma come around?
You got a point, brother. You got a point. So we're going to listen to this audio. The audio, it maybe should deserve some type of, preface as far as a disclaimer is concerned. But, it's BBP, so we all grown. We're going to listen to this and come back.
Something like, I don't know, start engaging the kid about his sex life.
So he's playing a video game. As y'all know, these video games, you play these video games with kids, they're video games. I think he's playing Fortnite. Of course, everybody plays Fortnite from age 10 to 55 to 60. Everybody plays Fortnite. So when you're playing, you can have dialogue. You can choose to have your microphone on or off. And so this is footage from one of DJ Academic's Discord. It happened on Discord. He's playing Fortnite with people on Discord.
So you told me that there's not another 15-year-old that you could bust down?
Yo, bro.
Yo, like, I'm serious. So there's not another 15-year-old you could bust down. Fucking a dude.
He's talking to a 15-year-old boy.
Will you let him fuck you?
No.
Yo, like, I'm serious. So there's not another 15-year-old you could bust down. Fucking a dude. Will you let him fuck you?
No.
Why not? Suppose he's like, yo, bro, listen, yo, you always wanted me to be next to you. Now I could be inside of you. Pause.
Yo, I'm not gay.
Nah,
you just suck a dick, though.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? I don't even know what to say. This is crazy. And what's even more insane about essentially there, because he's trash. Him being trash is a feature, not a bug.
Yo, if Max got a sister and she threw you the box, would you smash her?
He already has a sister.
All right, if she threw you the box, would you smash?
No, because I'm 15.
Yeah, what does that mean?
She's above 18.
What I mean?
Okay, what does that mean?
It will be grooming.
It'll be what?
Grooming.
That has nothing to do with you.
What's your address? I'm gonna send some strippers over there.
Slow down, yo. I'm 15. I hope you know that, bro. You trying to
You scared women, bro.
I'm not
There's
scared of
women.
women. Yo, bro, you trying to put me on a case. You trying to put them on a case.
So?
What you mean, so? That's weird.
Look, I'll admit.
So, and that really kind of encompasses kind of what's going on here. And actually, let me just play this before we start our commentary. I wanted to play this as well, because academics did respond to this. 226.
X calling him weird. Take a listen.
I ain't gonna lie to you, this turned me so off. I swear to God, and I never swear to God, I never need to be on Kai, Max, Aiden, nobody's stream. I don't need none of nobody who stream. I got my own thing going on. So when I see this piss me off, I'm like, bro, I'm over here with these supporting them. If y'all think acting some type of I promise you, no more Max clips. I promise you. Every clip you see from Max from now on, I guarantee you, $3,000 a clip. Every label pay me that. Yo, I showed too much love to ever be called a weirdo. I showed too much love. I know people trying to make it weird, and this is why, I know it ain't even Max's community. It's really like these Kendrick fans and like that.
So
He is weird.
Let me
He's
tell
a
you,
weirdo for sure.
and because he responded that way, and then he continued.
I thought he apologized.
So that was the first response. Oh. Then people got even more mad because he responded that way, and then he continued, and he eventually took accountability. We do have that clip. Let's take a listen.
I get it. Y'all are upset. How do we cancel act? I'm still the biggest. Pause. You can't cancel what you didn't build. This issue aside, which I am wrong. I will be better. This is a teachable moment. I also don't think it's only a teachable moment for me. For me, at first, I'm looking at like, bro, it's a dude, right? If it was a woman, it's like, that's dude. That's like a little bro. Hopefully people can learn from this whole little scandal with me. And I hope, you know, the streaming community and anybody who watches it and participates, I hope those people, you know, whether you're underage or not, we're streamers who benefit from everybody viewing us. So I hope we all change and act accordingly. I got to watch my speech. That's clear.
Yeah, don't worry about nobody else. It's you. And the fact that the little boy was telling you like what it was and like, yo.
Yeah. So we here with it. We back. I guess initial thoughts. I'll let you start off.
The kid said their age several times. Obviously, the kid was trying to let him know I am 15. And he didn't catch it for some reason. I get what he said in his response. It's like, I'm a big bro to a little bro. You don't know these kids, bro. You don't know these kids at all. And like he said, he makes money off these people that, you know, watch him stream, playing the game and all that shit.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be having this type of conversation with somebody else's kid. If that was your son, totally different. You asking your son, hey, you want to got you some pussy, boy? That's your fucking son. But you asking a 15-year-old boy that you have no idea who he is about his sex life. That is weird, boy. What the fuck is wrong with you? That didn't resonate in your brain. Like, why am I talking to a 15-year-old boy about messing with another little 15-year-old girl? Are you trying to get your fucking rocks off with young porn or something, nigga?
Well, it was 15. Well, it started off, so if a 15-year-old girl, such and such and such and such, and even that's, it's weird. Then it's like they upped the ante with, I don't know who that was on the stream with them, but they upped the ante. I'm gonna send some strippers to your house, some 18-year-old strippers, and he had the wherewithal, and I think that's kind of what they're getting into in the chat. Or Miss T was, he handled it like he knows what grooming is. Like he knows this shit. It's almost like he's dealt with this shit before. And that's wild, but that is society. That is, you know, I can't just say American society, because pretty much a lot of us is American on there, but it's you can get onto these things, I think, from all countries. I don't know, I'm not sure about that, but
I mean, just imagine, and I know you don't have kids, but just imagine if you happen to be in the bathroom next to your son's room and you hear this conversation going on. How would you feel?
I'd be like, what the fuck going on in here? Like, the hell going on in here? Like, hey, and see, the thing about it is, most of them, they got them gaming headphones and stuff, where a lot of the parents, they could be right next to them and they won't know, because we got earbuds and all this shit in our ear now. You can't even know. But I'm gonna get to what Miss T said. He really should have gotten off the game, but he handled it well. I do think he handled it well. As far as getting off the game, I would say, like, hold on, man. You talking about what? Let me just back out. That would have been a responsible thing to do, but he is 15. He's playing the game. And at the end of the day, I put more responsibility on the adult in a situation like this. Like, he should have knew this wasn't going to go over well. He should have knew.
Yeah, he definitely should have knew that. He should have knew when that little boy starts telling him, man, I'm 15, man. Would you smash her? She's 18? No, man, I'm 15. Right there was a sign right there. Shut the fuck up. Because, I can't tell you not to start the conversation, because that shit's in your brain. But telling you being weird, bro. You being weird. And you ain't catch on to that? Man, act you weird. They should cancel your fat ass. Mm-hmm.
And as far as his responses, he did have an apology. It was kind of like, it was one of them apologies where, but it came with a but. I shouldn't have did such and such, but, so, Yeah, man. He got to tighten that shit up. That shit that's not a good look. That's not a good look for anybody. These streaming platforms and things, you interacting with underage people.
If we wouldn't have got no apology, we would have got caught.
You said
And
what?
we wouldn't have got no apology, or them people wouldn't have got no apology if he wouldn't have got caught.
Oh, right,
and,
yeah.
And it also makes you think, how many times have he had this conversation with different people underage?
Right.
Yeah.
And some of the defenses I'm seeing in the comment section, oh, he's just trolling. This is just some lighthearted trolling and things. It's 2025, and these kids know, there's much worse things that they go through on social media than this. And I'm not going, man. I know it is. There's a lot of things that are worse than what we just heard that are going on when it comes to 15-year-old boys and girls. I will throw that in there, and girls. There's a lot worse than this, but as a public figure, man, you got to tighten that up.
Yeah, exactly. You said it right on the head. You're a public figure. If this was just old Joe Blow from the neighborhood, we would have never heard about this shit. You know what I'm saying? You are a public figure. You got to make smarter decisions, and acting up. You need to act right, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody should have to tell you how to fucking act, man. You're a grown ass man, boy.
Yeah. This young say, I had to get on someone's top for saying something to my grandson. Parents need to watch what their kids doing. The first time I heard them cussing was on the game. I didn't even know they talk like that, and that's how it be. Like, that's how it be. D-Love say that karma knocking on his boxies is all. No apologies. He's going to do something like this again, probably worse.
If we hear about this again, he's stupid. He's stupid, man. Listen, it's almost goddamn like you've been taught, when you start having sex as a youngin', wear a condom. And then you decide not to do it. And then your homie say, well, she got that shit, but you got lucky. You got lucky. And she didn't. And you praying, oh, I won't do it again. And you go do it again, nigga. No, it's too late now, nigga.
Yeah. Okay, say I don't care what excuse people make. None of that will take me off my solid square ever. Yeah, I respect that. Yeah, so I don't know. We just wanted to touch on that real quick, man. He out here with that shit. Then the wild part, he tried to twist the K-Dot narrative because he ride with Drake. He tried to twist. Oh, it's a bunch of Kendrick stans and all this shit. Try to mix that shit in because for the longest, DJ Academic. Let's cut the shit now. DJ Academics. It's like if Drake has something a narrative he's trying to push, it's almost like he gives it to Act to push for him type of thing.
Yeah,
this shit been going on for a while. When it comes to something Drake, a narrative that he wants to push, he's going to get at to Act, let Act put his theatrics on, let him go live on Twitch with his 10,000 people watching or however many people be watching him. And it's going, they got that kind of relationship, So he tried to push that in there, but
that shit goofy. Only Lane would fall for that bullshit. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna start charging out. What he said, $300, $3,000 per clip. Like, because you did something stupid.
Well, because he's promoting gamers, and in this, I guess the person that he was talking to, from watching other videos, the person that he was talking to was a moderator for a very popular streamer, and he was playing with the moderator on his Discord Fortnite. Like, so he's like, I'm gonna stop promoting these people. It's gonna, all these costs and knots and all, 3,000 a pop. You want, so that come with it. That come with it, man.
He's acting off of emotions.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Hold on, man. Hold on, Jizzle. This is what he deserves.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Y'all niggas tripping, man. Shout out
Niggas
to
tripping,
Russ
bro.
though. That boy been balling. Shout out to Russ.
Yeah, man. Y'all, Clippers should have kept him, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
We're going to keep the show rolling, man. And it seems like probably about every week, probably to 2026, we're going to hear something new about this next person. It's so many people he has come in contact with across the 30-something years he's been in the entertainment business. I think y'all know who we talking about. We talking about Mr. Take That. But one of his artists, former artists, should I say, is D.Woods from the group Danity Kane. I knew this shit was coming, and I think it's gonna be more. She had something to say, man, and we finna talk about it. But first, let's look at the clip or listen to the clip, look at it, whatever, because she spoke about old Mr. Take That. What a goddamn clip at, Blake. There we go. Y'all check it out.
He did it in different ways with all of us. You know, picking and prodding and just a way to chip and knock away, but then praise you.
I see myself standing in those dark, scary, predatory spaces and hearing somebody say some of the most degrading things to me.
How was it predatory? Somebody constantly treating you like a piece of meat. Only valuing you for your sex appeal. And in some of the environments, you know, it was even scary to be by yourself.
Despite turmoil on and off camera, Danity Kane debuted to massive success. But that momentum came to a screeching halt when Diddy fired OJ and D.Woods.
Based on a lot of things that I've heard, you're not really a happy camper in this situation.
No, I don't think anyone has been happy for a long time in this situation.
Okay, so you can go too.
Are you sure about that?
I'm positive about that.
Power. I just spoke about this shit with Trump. Because the question came to my head like, damn, so many of y'all have went through some type of episode with P. Diddy. And it took so long for things to come out, regardless of how many had assumptions or knew the truth. It's power, man. He had so much power where he made these victims scared to say something. And big shout out to Cassie for finally coming out. You know, I don't know what gave her the gall or the balls to do it, but it started a domino effect. And I think anybody who knows how these type of situations happen in the entertainment business, we knew this was going to happen. There's going to be more and more and more. It ain't over. I promise you it ain't over. I got a clip I'm going to probably play on the Boss&YJ Blake show that Nikki News sent me. There's several more out there, people. And it's so sad. And I'm going to get in my spiritual bag for just a second. Now, people are blessed to the magnitude that he is, and they don't pay it forward. And I just talked about that too. You rather take advantage of a blessing that was placed in your lap and use it for evil? What's your thoughts? Jizzle?
As to the point you speaking of, I absolutely agree. As to the, you know, when it comes to her and what she had to say in that clip, it kind of reminds me of they gotta, it's like our society, American society, American culture. And I'm gonna go a little bit broad with this. I'm gonna go a little bit. I'm gonna generalize a little bit just to make this analogy fit. But how she talked about, everything being based off sexual, and I'm gonna say this. There's a show called the Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders. It's like a reality show that basically goes through the process of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders and how they get elected to be a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader. Now, I was watching this show one day. Don't ask me why I was watching that show, but I was watching this show, and these women are critiqued to the maximum. We could talk about Diddy and, his critique of women. Oh, you're getting a little thick. You need, do this. You need to lose a little weight. But there's, in the same sense, Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, if they are 2 to 3 pounds overweight, they're weighing these women on a scale. They cannot, you will get dropped. If you eat too many hamburgers and you are 5 pounds overweight, you will get dropped. This goes on with I'm pretty sure not just Dallas. We've seen it on America's Top Model. We've seen it on all of these places. Now, in the context of Diddy, this is not the same context. All I'm speaking of is the general aspect in generalizing what she was specifically talking about when it comes to, everything being sexualized and everything being that's the culture we're in. So I understand that. I don't agree with it, but I understand that from a business standpoint. That's just how corporate moves when it comes to women being presented to the world.
Right. Thing. And we know sex do sell. And I didn't see that entire interview. So I don't know if there's anything else she spoke of. But of course, from what we heard, I get why you actually just brought that up. But again, we're talking about P. Diddy. We know it was a little deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad, but I'm pretty sure we can make a safe assumption and say, yeah, he probably touched on her, allegedly. But I think, let's say, for instance, it didn't happen where he actually groped on her or anything like that.
Right.
The fact that all this shit that done came out about him in her head, as she see it develops, she probably started thinking of situations where she was alone with Diddy. And probably back then she didn't think nothing of it. But now she's like, that's what this motherfucker was up to.
Right, yeah.
I mean, whether the conversation she had in that interview got a little deeper or a little bit more on the SA side, I don't know if that's the case, but I think she knows. She knows that his intentions were not good, and he used his power. Like, oh, you feel that way? You can go too. We actually witnessed that on TV. If you ever watch, I believe that was making it, man.
Cutthroat.
This motherfucker is cutthroat, bro.
Yeah. And corporate America in general is cut. I hate to just be going back to general because it's almost taking the brunt force off of him. I'm not trying to do that. The brunt can be on him, but I think I'm just pointing out the corporate aspect, the business aspect of it. There was a clip, like I said, where he said something about her getting thick or something and talking about some pounds or something. I don't know. They played another excerpt though in there. Cupcake said the original Miss America pageant. Cupcake said the original Miss America pageants had scales weighing as a category, and it came before other categories because women were booted on weight first. Um,
I want to
I
go to
can
this one right here.
I can see it. Say exactly. Miss T didn't ask him if he was playing sports, what music he liked, what he wanted to be in life, just straight to sexualize it.
Oh, I just went to the wrong one, man. My fault, bro. I'm looking at my phone trying to find the one she said. Matter of fact, I'll just read it.
All right.
She was speaking about power. She said, I lost it again. Pretty much, she was speaking about the power situation that I spoke on earlier. I don't know how I lost that goddamn
power.
comment.
Exactly. To me, the Me Too movement didn't even touch Diddy, is what she said.
Okay, yeah, I totally missed it, but it's I don't know if y'all know, but if you watch ID Discovery, you know they got a show on there about Diddy, and one of the guys that was being interviewed about the things that he saw, whatnot, is what we all say. A lot of people don't say anything because they're gonna expose themselves. Because if you get up here and talk on the stand or say anything about Diddy and make it public, then Diddy, he knows what you've done. And I believe Diddy knows he got so much on so many people, and he's just like, okay, I'm waiting for you. Manipulation, power, blackmail, all that shit. Diddy is he's the devil nephew. Real.
Man.
I'm sorry.
It's crazy. It's crazy though. From 10 years ago to now, how shit can change in 10 years. What's good? Uno in the building. Uno the one.
What up, Uno?
I feel like I'm 30,000 feet. Hey, that boy started that whole so clean. I said, man, look.
Yeah.
My bad. Oh, I had to read that Jay-Z comment by Miss T said, Jay-Z, the non-rapper, is shaking in his boots. Oh, shit. I had to throw it in there because I was like, man, I don't think Boss seen this. Look at me being messy. Anyway, but yeah, man, D.Woods, I didn't see the whole full interview. I seen some clips, seen some things, and it kind of the overarching, message, I guess, from what I've seen from the clips that I've seen was more character witness things. It wasn't any earth-shattering things about personal. I walked in, he grabbed my ass and told me to suck this dick. Like, I didn't hear anything like that. Of course, if it was something like that, I believe it would be on some paperwork somewhere and not on national television. But yeah, it was more like some character type of things that just promoted the narrative that's going around. So
she just got a check from doing an interview, pretty much.
That's the way to. Hey, basically, but that is what it is. It happened. D.Woods. I guess this was her first time speaking out because we've heard from the white girl, we've heard from the other chick, but we haven't heard from her. So they had this ad running during the Chiefs game that they just won.
What the fuck? How the fuck we got on the Chiefs, bro?
But yeah, they was playing this ad during prime time CBS. Soon as the Chiefs scored the touchdown and Patrick Mahomes tried to spike the ball and his hand too small, so he couldn't even spike it. He just threw it and said, "Ah."
I mean, those two, they do go together. You know what I'm saying? It's manipulation. You feel me?
It's Okay. Chiefs is the refs is manipulating the pit. Yeah. So anyway,
yeah. But yeah, man, hey, I had to think of something real quick. I'm tired of hearing the motherfucking Chiefs, man.
We gonna see. But yeah,
So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get to the last. Ain't this the last? Yeah, last segment.
Yeah. We here with it.
Y'all know what time it is. It's time. Yeah, hey, if you ain't hungry, you finna be hungry now. Cause it's time for the meat and potatoes. Yo.
All right, so we here with it. We had the opening statements from the ASAP Rocky case, which I didn't know too much about before a couple days ago, but there's some footage out there. It's got something to do with a gun. It's got something to do with ASAP Rocky, and I guess the backstory to get y'all up to this point now. And boss, if I say anything, I'm leaving something out, definitely interrupt and but when it comes to ASAP Rocky in this case, he was offered a plea deal. The plea deal was 6 months in jail and some probation time for this charge, in which this is an incident between him and a previous ASAP member, something that happened in the street or whatnot, and some camera footage. I don't know if it was from a city cam. I don't know what it was from. But there's some footage that supposedly shows, well, let me not say supposedly, because this has been admitted. Judge has made this footage admissible in court, and the defense is basically saying that this gun that was on here is basically like a prop gun. It only shoots blanks. They call it a first shot gun. I forget the fucking phrase that they use for this gun, but it's basically only shoots blanks. That's the defense. What the defense is saying is, and one could think maybe it's some kind of airsoft gun or something. So that's what they're kind of leaning on. And my thing with this whole case, and boss, we kind of touched on this earlier when I was, at the plantation. For you to throw out a plea deal of 6 months, and he's in trial now, and after the trial, if he loses, he could get calendars.
Yeah.
Up to 24 years is what he could get. I think it would probably end up being more like 10. But even 10, let's just say 10. 6 months, 10 years. But you like, nah. So that's why I say it's a lot of shit in here that it does not hold up. The prosecution, they got a job on their hands. I'm going to just say that. We're going to play this clip from Good Morning America, and we're gonna chop it up after this.
For ASAP Rocky, accused of assault in an alleged shooting in Hollywood in 2021. Some big testimony ahead this week. ABC's Morgan Norwood is here with the details. Good morning, Morgan.
Good morning to you, Gio. ASAP Rocky back in court this week, as you pointed out, facing those 2 felony assault charges. And prosecutors say this case centers around a video showing him firing a gun, but his defense team says it was just a prop. With his career and freedom now on the line, the stakes couldn't be higher here.
What's up, fellas? Dodging cameras and pushing past a flurry of reporters.
Hold on, man. Look at how this boy...
Freedom now on the line. The stakes couldn't be higher here.
Saquon Barkley in the mix on it. Look, watch how he get low.
Dodging cameras and pushing past a flurry of reporters. Grammy-nominated rapper A$AP Rocky is now gearing up for what could be another dramatic return to the courtroom this week as he fights to clear his name in an explosive assault trial. Rocky, whose legal name is Rakim Mayers, pleaded not guilty to 2 felony counts of assault, accused of shooting his former friend Terrell Efron, also a fellow rapper known as A$AP Relly. It was a fiery first day in court Friday, with the Los Angeles County District Attorney telling jurors the case hinges on surveillance video. Footage he claims shows Rocky in a heated scuffle with Relly while holding a gun.
You see on the video that Mr. Mayers is immediately aggressive towards Mr. Efron.
Prosecutors say the video also shows Rocky firing at Relly, who says his knuckles were grazed by the bullets. But Rocky's attorney.
This case is about one man's jealousy.
Now that's important that he claims that his knuckles were grazed by the bullets. So his knuckles were grazed out of bullets, and I'm not gonna play more into this is Good Morning America. Of course, they said details, but they didn't give all the details. Now, what basically happened, there was no shells found on the scene by the police or any of that. And after the fact, the witness, or ASAP Relly, formerly known as ASAP Relly, went back to the scene and allegedly found shells and took them to the police, in which that was taken by the police. So you got a man. You got a man going to the courthouse, and after the fact, with some grazed knuckles, saying this bullet grazed me. The police never found the shells, but the guy who grazed his knuckles on the bullet somehow went back to the scene, found the shell casings, and took them to the police. Now, let me, because I got more, but what's your thoughts on just that right there?
I'm not very versed on this case. Now, I'm looking at it as we go now, reading up on it as you speak. Why is I don't know, but why is ASAP Rocky walking around with a fake gun?
And the explanation that was given by the defense was that he carries this gun for defense, as a deterrent type of thing. It does shoot, but the type of gun that the defense explained, like these prop type guns, they're not semi-automatic. So that kind of goes against the sounds we heard. But if it was more like of an airsoft or a BB gun type, then it would hold weight. As far as
is he a felon?
I don't think so. I've never. I don't know. We can probably Google that, and they probably got that answer quick though.
I'll definitely look into that. The only reason I ask is because if you have the right to bear arms, you know, I ain't gonna call you a superstar, but you are known in hip hop because you're a rapper.
So
if you can carry a gun and you gonna carry a fake one?
So it says basically, if he gets charged in this, then yes, he will be a felon. But to this point, before January 2024, he would not. He was not.
So the guy who said the bullets grazed his knuckles. Okay. You got to have evidence of that. But of course, you can scrape your fucking hand on anything that cause some type of wound that could, maybe look like you was grazed by a bullet. I don't know.
Right.
But when you said Buddy went back to the scene and found the bullet and the police didn't?
Right. That's actual factuals though. That's not me adding that on. That's actual factuals. If y'all watch Sidebar from Law and Order, it had more details about it, and that was one of the details that stood out highly to me. That the motherfucker who got grazed went back to the scene after all them police was swarming around and found the shell casing and brought it back.
Doesn't make no fucking sense to me. Like, on both sides right now, from what I know, both of them sides, ASAP walking around with a fake fucking gun. But his buddy got shot in his knuckles. I don't know how the fuck he hit him in his knuckles. I have no idea how that happened. And he went back to the bullets at the police, the detectives, investigators, not fine. I feel like I'm being played with, bro.
It sounds crazy. So okay, back to when we said, about the 6 months and the 10 years. Does it make sense? I guess from your perspective, in this position, would you take the 6 months, knowing what could happen if like what you had and what it didn't have the power to do?
I would say, if, like I told you, if I know for a fact I didn't do nothing wrong, I didn't shoot him, and that gun was some goddamn, regardless of what kind of gun it was, if I know I didn't do or cause any bodily harm to this dude, I'm not taking 6 months, 3 days, nothing for you to put the shit on my record. But if I know I did something to this guy that caused them grazed marks across his goddamn knuckles, I don't care if my lawyer said, yeah, they got a weak case. We probably will beat this. The fact that you said probably, I'm taking them 6 months, bro.
Yeah. Let's wrap this. Let's finish watching it.
Accusing Relly of a financial shakedown, also claiming Rocky was carrying a prop gun from a music video.
Rocky was advised by security to carry a prop gun to scare off potential attackers. He was licensed by the state of California. He could have legally had his own firearm. He didn't want to carry a real gun.
The Harlem native rose to hip hop prominence in.
What do you think about that?
What, talking about as far as the video shoot?
Him being licensed to actually carry, but carrying a prop gun is what defense said.
But now, as we listen, they say he was just coming from a video shoot. Let me see this video. What video? What song was this? If you got a song, a video that you shot, there should be evidence of this video that you shooting the video and you had this fucking prop gun. I need to see that. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Because, like you said, he's licensed to carry. That means he went and got a gun license so he can carry. So now that makes me understand, okay, if it was a video, that's why he had it. Because ain't no motherfucker walking around who has a license with a fucking fake gun on the hip. Nah, that don't work that way, bro. Who does that? You gonna say, I shoot you?
Security, in the words of the defense, security had advised him to do this as a deterrent type of thing.
Fuck the security. It's my life. Fuck the security, bro. Think about it. What do people say if you are in an altercation with another person? If you pull that gun, bitch, you better use it. Because if you pull that shit and say, pow, bitch,
you got a point.
2013, eventually collaborating with some of the biggest names in music.
But she saved it so our babies will be flyer than their parents.
But his biggest collaboration, his life partnership with music superstar and mogul Rihanna. The two share 2 young children. But now, growing questions about how Rihanna's celebrity umbrella could impact A$AP Rocky's case.
His girlfriend status as an entertainer shouldn't help him and it shouldn't hurt him in any way. So I feel like once you have that ground into the jurors, hopefully they're going to focus on the evidence.
And A$AP Rocky, of course, faces a maximum 24 years in prison. He actually rejected an 11th hour plea deal that would have meant a significantly shorter 180 days behind bars. Guys, that trial is expected to continue on Tuesday with more testimony from witnesses and detectives.
Yeah.
I mean, I think when they picking the jurors or whatnot, I'm pretty sure they got questions already set aside for Rihanna. Hey, you like your MAC lipstick? They say, oh, I love MAC. Oh, we can't use your ass. Get out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you like that song, Umbrella? Oh, you talking about for Rihanna? Get your ass up out of here. We can't use you.
I think they said, I think from the jury pool, the percentage of jurors who were black was like, it was very low. It was like out of 100 6 people, it was like 8 black people even in the juror pool. So that kind of lets you, as far as the demographics of what even the juror pool was. But I don't think that's gonna, in a case like this, I don't really see that being an issue.
Why not?
I think because I think it's a weak case. Like, I think there's no shadow of a doubts here to me.
I look at it like this, and I get why you say that. I feel like this is one of those who cares cases because it's 2 rappers, 2 black rappers.
Right.
If you had a jury full of white people, they don't give a fuck if he walked free or not.
So do you think that's, when it comes down to it, being that they're not, say it's a whole jury of white people, the 2 rappers, do you think that will make someone actually look at it more on a unbiased level? Because there's no, these 2 rappers. I have no investment in these people. Like,
right. Yeah, it would. It'd definitely be unbiased because, I don't know either one of them. I have no feelings for neither one of these Negroes. Right. So I guess they would actually, I would hope, look at the evidence that's presented and make a sound decision. I don't think A$AP Rocky going to jail, man. I don't think he's going to prison. He'll beat this case.
Yeah, I'm kind of going with you on that. I don't think there's not going to be any big, I believe, some punishment will be divvied out. Miss T said this is a weak case. D-Love say, I'm about to leave, boss man. Not the knuckles. Honey! I can hear her saying it. Boss man on the details. I can't. Yeah, that's boss for you, boy. He going to get into them details.
Got you, man.
Cupcake say Rihanna about to be in prison. Oh, man. 24 years for scraping.
Be in prison?
No, Rihanna about to be a prison wife.
No. This man, he is not going to prison. This case is too goddamn weak, man. It's almost hilarious.
I'm gonna read her comment beforehand. Cupcake said, people facing this kind of time are ignorant for just taking a defense attorney's advice on pleas. They should speak with great prosecuting attorney. Therein lies the most probable outcome. As far as did he do anything wrong, they might find something. I don't think what is being accused will be the ultimate, what he's going to get, the ramifications of, if that sentence even made sense. That was kind of crazy, but you said what?
The bullets that his former homie picked up that he turned into evidence, is that actually being presented in this case, bro?
Yes. Yeah. So now this is when we go a little deeper into this case right here, because if you think about it, if they allowed these bullets that he brought to be admissible and shown as evidence in this case, which I do think they are, that alone, almost from a state's point of view, you're admitting that your staff that are payrolled by the state did terrible job. They did a terrible job. If you got police, bro, you know how these crime scenes work. And well, hold on, let me think about that. Because it was on video. So, my thing is, they went there at some point in time. I don't know.
If A$AP Rocky know he shot a gun that was real, and this dude came back and said, I found the goddamn bullets. I'm taking them 6 months, bro. I'm taking them 6 months. He chose not to take the plea. He's confident.
Yeah, that hurts the state's case, in my opinion, the fact that they found it instead of the police.
It does. It does. And I'm pretty sure the defense is going to bring that shit up. soon as they present this, we're going to bring evidence 2.677 9mm shell casings into this.
Right.
You mean to tell me he found this shit and y'all can't take y'all motherfucking serious, bro?
Right. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? You start off way. Cupcake say the case may be nullified because of the situation with the bullets and procedure. Yeah, like evidence. Like there's evidence when it comes into play. There's a whole procedure behind this evidence and it not being contaminated, which that's the word Miss T used. Yes, the evidence has already been in this man's pocket. He had packets of lunch meat in his pocket and all type of shit. We don't know what was going through, fingerprints and all of this shit. They pick that shit up with a bag. They don't even touch it. They put on nitrile gloves and all type of shit. That shit is contaminated. Like, you bring that shit in the courtroom, they gonna laugh, man. They gonna laugh. That's how,
Yeah, ain't no way in hell. And how many do we know how many shots was fired?
I don't know. They played it. They played the shots. I don't know if when he shot. Damn, I done closed it down. But it was multiple shots. I do know that multiple shots. And this range. Yeah, the range was not. It was not like he was sniper rifling him. Yeah, he was. Right there.
One of them grazed his knuckle. You ain't hit nothing but his knuckle.
But it's just the graze. He could have went on the concrete and just said and made that little shit. They put the shit. He had 2 grazes. I done got that same graze. Putting in. Doing some shit on the job, man.
Yeah, I gotta go find this footage and look at it. This shit's goofy as fuck. But
yeah.
We gonna see. I don't think this is gonna be a Young Thug trial. I think this trial probably gonna go maybe a week or 2 at the most.
No, from the opening statements and from everything that came out, this thing is gonna move fast. It's definitely not gonna be one of them cases like that. It's gonna move pretty fast, I think. So we'll be back. Whenever it touched down, whenever we get the update. We will come back and talk about it. But from what we're seeing now from our social media detective standpoints on true crime and seeing all the shit that we done seen up here and chopped it up with y'all about, we will come back and chop this thing up because, that's what we do. So,
Absolutely. So, yeah, this has been another great episode. Number 51, BBP. It ain't big business. We ain't talking about it. But we appreciate y'all for tuning in tonight. Be safe. Be vigilant. Head on the swivel. Always protect your motherfucking peace, man. You feel me?
Yeah.
Get up out there, man. You want to tell them about the song we're going to play and we gone?
Yeah. This is a song from 2019 that I recorded with a YouTuber, young lady named Poetic Kales. We collaborated on something. She does poetry, as her name is Poetic Kales. She does poetry, and we collaborated. I let her hit the intro. I came in with the vocals on the verse, and it is what it is. 2019. This is 2025. You think about it, this shit still sound good to me. I was like, hey, I'm putting this shit up.
Most definitely. Hey, Legacy's out right now, man. Make sure you go copy it. Go run them numbers up, man. I appreciate everybody who done supported and purchased the project. But we're going to get up out of here, man. Y'all have a good night. This has been BBP, episode 51, and we got.
The pain is thick and my faith is weak. I should just get on my knees and look to the Lord and say, please lead me. Please forgive me. I never meant to forget that you've always been beside me. And I hope you guide me to peace. Peace from those who deceive me. And I don't blame anyone but me. Because I should have known and I should have seen that things ain't always what it seems. I've always longed for undividedness and sought stability. I was designed to spend my life within a maze of misery. I stayed so long, but finally, I fled to save my sanity. But that's how it is. When they think you trust them, they take it and run with it, thinking you will love them until the end. My soul was already cleansed from the hatred. You don't make me, I was already here. I've been down this road as old and made everything clear. What has took place has become my story. Be inspired. Where I come from, only the strong survive. So stay disguised. Cater to your own lies. That's how you get by. I take with me my story, cause it will lead me to glory. Set them in above me, because I put them before me.
Let's go. I'm speaking life into abundance. Take a dive into my content. Searching through the waves, I ain't speaking no nonsense. Never that, cause I ain't got no time for the rah-rah. He said, she said, blah blah, cause I got what? Other shit that I can focus on. Like this cheddar, bro, I'm out to get this cheese out for provolone. Spoken words, I'm just hoping that this focus don't curve. When these two minds emerge, let the venom purge. Poetry in motion is poetic in true form. More like true serum, prominent aura. Running through this maze of life, many days I sacrifice, still paying the price, wishing for paradise. Real talk, no parody, had a vision of clarity, but apparently this world had a different angle. So I channel my thoughts, I'm soaking up this energy like solar panels on top of the loft. I took a loss, but it's back to the grind. All I wanna do is see my people shine. One more time, I took a loss, but it's back to the grind. Now all I wanna do is see my people shine. One more time, 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 one more time. Now ride out. Yeah, what it is though, right? One time, one time. Much love for it and kills for the intro, you know.